You keep wondering what's wrong with you. You have food, shelter, people who love you. You smile in photos, you laugh at dinner, and yet something always feels off. Like you're chasing something you never catch. Like joy arrives, but doesn't stay. And you start to think, maybe I'm broken. Maybe I'm not doing life right. But what if you're not broken at all? What if your pain isn't a problem to fix, but a sign you're still alive? Friedrich Nietzsche didn't believe that life was meant to be happy. He believed it was meant to be real, raw, confronting, transformative. He didn't teach us how to avoid suffering. He taught us how to use it. In this video, we'll explore why chasing constant happiness weakens you, and how facing discomfort is the only way to become who you're meant to be. This isn't about becoming miserable, it's about becoming whole. Let's begin. You've been told all your life that the goal is to be happy. Every commercial sells it. Every self-help book promises it. Every smiling influencer on your screen models it. You begin to believe that if you're not happy, something's gone wrong. That sadness is failure. That fear is weakness. That emptiness is a diagnosis. But what if that belief is the lie? Nietzsche saw through this illusion. He didn't believe that happiness was the measure of a good life. He believed that growth, real, soul-shaking growth, was the measure. And growth often looks like discomfort, confusion, and pain. He wrote, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." But he wasn't just talking about surviving pain. He was talking about integrating it, using it, letting it burn away what's false, so what's real can emerge. If you spend your life chasing comfort, you'll become numb. If you avoid every difficult feeling, you'll become shallow. If you run from pain at every turn, you'll never become anyone real. Because nothing alive grows in a vacuum. It grows through tension, through exposure, through pressure. Nietzsche believed that those who fear discomfort will never transform. He wrote, "You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star." And that chaos, the grief, the rage, the longing, the fear, is not a sign that you're off track. It's a sign that you're in the fire, and the fire is where transformation happens. You're told to seek balance, to stay calm, to find a steady emotional state and protect it. But balance is not always peace. Sometimes it's stagnation. Sometimes your soul doesn't need quiet, it needs a reckoning. Nietzsche believed that life is not about achieving a constant emotional state. It's about learning to hold the full range of human experience without breaking, to grieve without guilt, to rage without shame, to feel lost without panic. Not because suffering is good in itself, but because it's honest, and honesty is what frees you. Carl Jung, like Nietzsche, believed that the goal of life was not happiness, but wholeness. He wrote, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. You don't grow by ignoring your sadness. You grow by turning toward it. Because your pain is not random. It's not a glitch in the system. It's a signal, telling you that something inside wants to be seen, heard, understood, integrated. But if you're obsessed with happiness, you'll silence that signal. You'll medicate it, suppress it, distract from it. And in doing so, you'll miss the very thing that was meant to set you free." Viktor Frankl, survivor of the Holocaust and founder of logotherapy, wrote, "Happiness cannot be pursued, it must ensue." He believed that life is not about avoiding pain, but finding meaning in the midst of it. When you suffer without meaning, you collapse. But when you suffer for something, you transform. The question is not, how do I avoid this discomfort? The question is, what is this discomfort trying to teach me? When you ask that, everything changes. We live in a culture of optimization, of fixes, of goals and upgrades and hacks. Even healing becomes a project, a way to get better, a way to become the happy, perfect version of yourself you imagined. But healing isn't always happy. Sometimes it's devastating. Sometimes it means unraveling before you rebuild. Sometimes it means sitting in grief until you can finally feel it. Nietzsche didn't want you to be better. He wanted you to be deeper, to look in the mirror and see your scars and stop trying to hide them. One of Nietzsche's most powerful ideas is amor fati, the love of fate. He didn't just mean acceptance, he meant embrace. To love your life, not in spite of the pain, but because of it. To say, this suffering is part of the path. This mistake is part of the story. This longing is part of who I'm becoming. Amor fati means you stop resisting the hard parts of your journey. You stop waiting for the light and start learning to see in the dark. Because the dark teaches you things the light never could. Here's the truth. You're not here to be happy all the time. You're here to be alive, to feel things deeply, to break and rebuild, to weep and rage and laugh and dance. You're here to be cracked open, to fall to your knees, to rise again. And in that process, you'll discover something deeper than happiness. You'll discover meaning, strength, presence, wholeness. You'll become someone who doesn't just chase pleasure, but holds their pain with reverence, because they know it's sacred. So how do you begin? How do you stop chasing the illusion of constant joy and start living with depth? Here are 3 quiet shifts. 1. Stop asking, what will make me feel good? Start asking, what will make me grow? 2. Stop judging yourself for feeling bad. Pain is not failure, it's feedback. 3. Stop fearing discomfort. Welcome it like a teacher. Ask it what it's here to show you. And when you do these things, you'll notice something strange. You'll feel more grounded, more clear, more real, and ironically, you might just find a different kind of happiness. Not the kind that depends on everything going right, but the kind that comes from being exactly where you are, without apology. Nietzsche believed that pain was the forge of the self, that every trial, every wound, every moment of despair was shaping something eternal within you. He didn't tell you to smile through it. He told you to become through it. And who you become is someone who doesn't need happiness to be whole, someone who doesn't fear the dark, someone who can hold suffering in one hand and strength in the other. That's not weakness, that's power. If something in this video spoke to you, if you've been tired of pretending to be happy when you're really just trying to grow, leave a comment. Tell us, what part of your pain are you ready to stop resisting? What lesson are you finally ready to learn? And if you're walking this deeper path of awareness, subscribe. The next video will help you hold even more of what you've been taught to avoid, because this is what you came here for. Not comfort, not perfection, but transformation. Until next time, keep shining, not to be seen, but to see.